What's up? I'm watching Auston. Okay, good morning. Hey, one love, bro. Yeah, I was kind of stoked on that thumbnail. I did this thumbnail. Finished my sleep stream last night. I had this weird overlay thing. It was really distracting. I think 4 minutes and 20 seconds into the stream. Oh my god. Okay, had the sleep stream, had the overlays that were kind of distracting. Didn't get as many views as I got the sleep stream before. I got like 150 views, or at least 150 people checked in, I think, during the live stream the other day, and like last night it only said like 6. But here's one of the thumbnails I was gonna try. I was trying to do, and then I was like, screw it. This image I think is copyrighted, and I like don't want to like have to not the butt, but the just this part is like the bottom of an angel, and I was like, I don't want to risk using copyrighted stuff, and then it looked really cluttered, and I ended up doing something that looks like this, which you probably saw if you clicked on the thumbnail, which I thought was a lot better. I was gonna use the work thing again, but I didn't want to use the work thing again, but I also don't really want my boss to think that I'm smoking on the job Oh, Casey Neistat. I'm behind on like at least 2 of his videos right now. Kind of makes me sad. Let's check the news. I had some breakfast already. Until 3 years, Jake Locker kept his reasons for his retirement private until now. No, Mom, the moon won't glow green for the first time in 420 years. It's weed day. Naked man dancing near I-5 hospitalized. State Patrol says. Oh my god, old news. Texas 8th graders told to list positive aspects of slavery for a history assignment. Or is this is happening again, I think. They just freaking had that in the news. And it was supposedly the teacher said, oh, it was a trick question. It's a trick question. Man, I want to watch Casey Neistat's 2 videos. I want to watch Jesus and Miro Dollar Van Disaster. That sounds funny. I think the only thing I can really watch is Jim Carrey. Justin Carrey. And he's not even in the frickin' frame, dude. No leech. Do a reaction to Casey's video. I just don't think I can really like play his video and like have the sound. I'd like a silent reaction of me like ooh or something like that. I gotta type funny things in Jim Carrey's thing. Show Nelly. I don't even see him, dude. I don't even see anybody. I see his freaking wall of bongs. Yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to. If I have his music in the background, he's had like Biggie in the background of his like intros and his outros, and I don't know. I think it's okay. I don't think he would be bothered. I mean, I don't think he's gonna sue me, but he's part of like networks and stuff that. He's part of networks that don't mess around, as far as I know. Okay, I'll leave the computer on. I don't know. I was gonna turn it off. I'm gonna freak out everybody in my Facebook with this picture of my thumbnail. The thumbnail that I just had. I'll try to show my face since I'm looking at the computer and stuff. Share. Is that right? Doesn't seem right. Okay, that looks cool. That's gonna piss people off. Do a green screen competition? Honestly, I'm pretty sure I have green screen capabilities on my channel. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. I'd really love to get a green screen. I'd really love to learn how to use green screens. Well, I guess I know how to, like, you stand in front of it, like, big whoop. I'd need to go somewhere with a green screen and go do something weird. Can't people do, like, kind of a green screen compilation just off of, like, just this video right now or something? But No, I'm eating the hamburger helper that I made last night. It's still hot. Or I just warmed it up a little while ago. I ate a whole plate. I just want a couple bites. I got coffee. And I got a bunch of pretty high-end protein shakes things. I'm not really using these. Oh, I went and bought ketchup and I already had it. So I don't like about the stores is I go to the store and it's more about like fulfilling the psychological need of like I'm lonely or something and I go to the store and I spend money that I shouldn't spend. Here's on 4/19, if you didn't know, it's cocaine day. And I spilled all the cocaine. But I just put a powdered donut next to it, so it looks like it was just a powdered donut, but it's really cocaine. Just kidding, it's weed. Just kidding, it's weed. I just don't really have people in my car a whole lot, and every day when I go to work, I guess I'm always ready to go on a huge camp out or bug out or something. But like right now, I've got my bike in there, and then I've got like a tarp over the bike, and then I've got like clothes over the bike. And my bike's locked into my car as well, so I haven't really been motivated to take it out. But I need to switch my bike around and ride my other bikes. But when I go to work, for example, I have a bicycle day. I don't know. I think June 20th is skateboard day. Had pee stuck in my throat. That's so gross, dude. But I know you guys are into cringe, so that's what I'll do. Cringe. Okay, I got a can of peaches. I got some energy waters with the caffeine in it. I have a little sip of this right now. Oh my god, and here's the source of all my anger. Can you see that? When I say I come home and the door is open and I wiggle it like that, you see the light right through there. No one is able to close the door properly when they leave. So I'll show you the door. I wouldn't give two rats' tails, asses' tails, whatever, blah blah blah, if the heat wasn't set on. 66 degrees there. Yeah, so the door got a weather strip, and it like on the horizontal side, or no, the door got like a new weather strip on the bottom, and then it basically kept the door from going in all the way, unless you really push it. Really push it or slam it. And apparently, people are like more concerned about slamming the door than they are with the heat being wasted. So the heat thing's right there, but the heat thing should be upstairs. It shouldn't be by a leaky door. And the window never gets closed. Dude never freaking closes this window. And so the heat is just going out the window, dude. What's your bug out spot when shit hits the fan? I shouldn't really say a bug out spot when it hits the fan, but I don't really have one like set up per se. It would be nice to have like a couple 55-gallon drums buried somewhere and have supplies food, weapons, you know, not even necessarily weapons, but like a 22 or something, so I could get small game. You get a 22 and a couple thousand rounds, and you're going to be living pretty good as far as like being able to hunt small game and meat and stuff. But I think the problem is everybody's going to have their stuff in their house when shit hits the fan, and then they're probably like not going to be able to get back to their house. So I think the best bug out scenarios is probably having like all your cars set up with bug out stuff, and then maybe even having one or two more and then your house, and then maybe even one or two locations. Oh jeez. Oh, gross. I just heard her underneath the blankets. And the blankets were like that, and I heard her under the blankets puke. And there it was. She puked right on there. She puked on all this stuff that I just washed. That's why I washed it. I'd like to go to the skate park, because hey, leave it off. Get off there. I'd like to go to the skate park because I don't foresee myself having any time after work. I'll wash those clothes. I'll wash the stuff she puked on. Come on, Skully, outside. Okay, I want to get out of the house, but I've got like some dishes that I should do. I think I should do something cool. I bought a bunch of donuts. I'm not really feeling very... Underground sewage would be a good bug out spot. Here's the problem. The bug out spots... Thanks for asking. I could go hand these out to stoners with the munchies. Or just be like, hey man, you got the munchies? And like hold these in front of them and be like, screw you. But yeah, underground bug out spot... It really depends on what you're preparing for. If you're preparing for basically like some kind of flat earth disaster where the earth, you know, all of a sudden isn't, you know, if it is flat and then all of a sudden the 1,000-mile-an-hour winds start, there is some people bugging out and being ready to withstand thousands of miles an hour winds from like this, you know, atmosphere breaking down or something. No, I'm just saying, depending on what you're bugging out for, there is a different option for every bug out. Yeah, some people believe that the earth is flat, and, Eddie Bravo. Okay, no, that's not the cartoon. That's a dude that's on Joe Rogan. But yeah, if the world was flat, there might be some like 1,000-mile-an-hour winds that start all of a sudden and happen for like 3 years. Also, if you read the Bible, there could be 3 days of darkness. I think 3 days of darkness could devastate crops and stuff. I know from my experience indoor growing, when the power goes out, even one day with the power out, like crops are gonna be messed with. You know, they might actually, farmers are killing themselves every year for having bad crops, for having a bad crop. I mean, there's milk farmers in my area, in the Pacific Northwest, in America, killing themselves because they're not able to make a healthy living wage, and it's sad because it's so ingrained in their ego that they are a milk farmer and that's all they can do. And they're like 60 years old, and so or older, and they have no options to do anything else. Or they just feel like they don't have any options to do anything else when they really do. And the younger generation of the family at that point needs to step in and be like, old ignorant farmer man, like, you weren't ignorant your whole life. You didn't waste your whole life milking cows. I'm in here, my OCD. I'm like closing the garage door. There's light you can see through there. I'm like stepping on it. Because apparently this heater is so old, and at one point it blew a fireball at my buddy who was sitting there. And yeah, it's too bad. For sure, it would kill my veggie garden outside. Yeah, but like indoor gardening, you can tell like one day if your power's out or your humidifier's out, the level of humidity will just come through and put powdery mildew over your whole entire crops. I look like a computer programmer. Yeah, I try not to. I don't know. I'm looking like a computer programmer. So if you were like trying to survive a zombie attack, I mean, it's kind of goofy, but I think actually, like, when people talk about preparing for a zombie attack, that's more like, I think that people will just start people will act more like zombies quicker than you ever imagined. I mean, right now, think of all the ignorant stuff in my house that people won't, like, change the heat. Like, they're just so set on it. I mean, that's why people go bankrupt over their ego. I cringe every time someone says something like that. And I heard something yesterday. Oh, I'm going to put music on because that's who I am. What year do you expect shit to hit the fan? I don't know, I thought we were getting closer. If you're in Texas, I think you're pretty safe. The problem is, it seems like there's more crazy people in Texas that are coming to Texas to do anything bad. Don't mess with Texas. So, like, I don't know, I think some people find security in a city, but I think to me it's pretty natural that I'd find security far from the city as possible. I went to Ecuador, and I went to the city of Vilcabamba, and it's very remote, very hard to get to. And basically all their food is grown within like 20 miles. And they would tell people the rest of the world, ow! They would tell people the rest of the world, this has turned out so hot, that their food took like 1,000 miles to travel. And all their food on average only took like 20 miles to travel. So, being somewhere, we're under a disillusion of what the economy is. Yeah, and I can already tell that big cities are going to be hellholes because, in my mind, a city, you should already be getting goods for a cheaper cost. There's more people, and it should be cheaper. But since it's farther away from the source, farther away from farms, farther away from the place where they make guns, or the place where they make bullets, or the place where they make any kind of survival gear whatsoever, yeah, I don't know. You're from Austin, Texas. You're going to be set with Grav Labs on 420, but, you know, what else? What else are you going to be set up with? There's some wild things there. But in the city, I did not know it. I thought selection was better in the cities. I thought prices were better in the cities. When I think about it, the only thing you can get cheaper in a city is a car. If you go to a big city, they're able to wiggle the prices down a little bit because they have so much over stuff. Maybe if you went to a bike shop and were trying to get a bike, maybe a bike would be better in a city because there's more competition or more. I don't exactly know. USPS just pulled up. I almost had a heart attack. From San Antonio. Yeah, I don't really know a whole lot about. Yeah, dude, this one's so old. I love this one. This one turns bright orange from the bottom. I mean, it's been used so long. This one, I don't. It's probably not from the 50s, but it could be. I got a 3 set. I've got a newer one, and I don't use it. I don't like that one as much. This deep one. So, yeah, I could use my own pan, or I could use the community pan. Look at that. Wow. Oh, does that look clean? I don't think they washed the lid. I don't think they don't clean up after themselves on the stove. And then everybody leaves passive-aggressive notes saying, you left a mess. This isn't my mess. I'm about to leave a note saying I took the trash out twice. Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one. I mean, fake alien, where did you hear about that? Because I've been hearing about that for years. And that basically there could be a fake alien invasion, and it's essentially just the same thing as every false flag that people talk about. I'm sure you know what a false flag is, being from Texas and Alex Jones and stuff. Just the idea of what that is. I couldn't believe it. They said that Russia's saying that there's a false flag that just happened in Syria, and that if we bomb Syria, they're gonna come after us. So we're in a better spot with North Korea this last week, but we're in a worse spot with Russia. So I think Russia's I don't know. So in the theory of a false flag event, someone stages an event that's fake to basically change policy or allow a retaliation or justify a retaliation. And so if you justify a retaliation through a fake attack, you're basically just kind of making up the rules as you go. But as far as how many things have been staged as the false flag, it's really hard to tell which ones, if they really are or aren't false flags. But if there was an alien invasion false flag, it would be perfect for the government, because then they could be like, we're going to war, we need unlimited amount of money, unlimited amount of stuff. If they could convince other countries that we all need to come together to fight the aliens, and we need to join all our money together, I don't know, that just sounds like a Nigerian money scheme from the U.S. Oh, we need money to fight the aliens. So yeah, if they blew up some bomb that had alien technology, and then we're like, oh look, it's got a radioactive isotope that gotta be alien or something, like, I think the fake alien invasion was For a while, I was kind of thinking, I was hearing a lot about that when Planet X was coming, because Planet X supposedly was going to come by our Earth and make a sound that we had never heard before. There's a lot of prophecies of, like, in the later times, we're hearing more sounds that we've never heard before. And I think that's totally true, because it's like when we're, like, people are making music every day and they're trying to break through and make a new sound. So, like, on different levels, there's new sounds happening all the time, new combinations of sounds, new people coming out and speaking their mind, like myself. So, the false flag against another country is tricky, because it's basically like, okay, we're going to go to war with that country, but if it's a false flag against aliens, it's almost like a reverse false flag. It's like, okay, let's bring everybody together so we can fight the aliens. Oh man, that takes forever. Ow! This is turned up like all the way. Ow! I pick something out and it goes under my nail. Ow! Okay, this is mine. Okay, unfortunately, this really good cinnamon bread, I smell mold up here. Oh. I've got a bunch of onion bagels. I would like to make some onion bagels before I go. I forgot to let the dog out. Do you believe fake alien invasion? Yeah, there's definitely a chance of the fake alien invasion, just because I think they can point the direction at, like, anybody. They can point the finger at anybody. They can ask money from anybody. They could attack anybody. Like, what if the fake alien invasion happens from... what if we send a giant bomb over to Russia and we blow up Russia, and then we're like, there's nobody left in Russia to, like, say what happened or what didn't happen, and then we're like, oh, war with Russia. Man, they fixed this. They put a new meter in here, and it smells like gas, like, all day long. Like, I almost want to light a match there just to say, look, it's flammable, but it doesn't look flammable. I mean, it doesn't look flammable, but it smells like that thing is just going to explode. And with the problems we've had with our heater, belching out fireballs and stuff, and potentially burning down the house, I don't even want to joke about putting a match up to there. Yeah, Alonzo CX. I hear cookie crumbs from various sources, usually podcasts. I think when anybody brings up prepping, they kind of have to bring up the full gamut of, are you a zombie guy? Because, I mean, if you say you're a zombie person, then I'm just like, oh my god, you're a freak. And there's no way there could be zombies, but in reality, there's already people are being as stupid as zombie, as if zombies are here, but I don't think people are that far off from being zombies, and maybe even being pretty much zombies right now. One world government. What do you think about religions that will come out from the intervention out? What do you think about religions that will come out from the invention of artificial intelligence? I don't know. The main artificial intelligence that I see is, I watch Jesus and Marrow, and they talk about, like, the sex robots that come out. Will Smith just started vlogging, and he had a date with a sex bot. And I think that, or maybe it was just a female robot that was supposed to be a dating bot. But I always thought that they'd be more of like a service. Like they'd be like the Jetsons. You've got the maid butler, the maid robot, the butler robot, and I don't know, now it just seems like we've gone to like the sex robots, so maybe robots will destroy us faster than iRobot. But if you haven't watched a couple of Will Smith's vlogs, he just started vlogging the last couple months, and he's got one where he goes on a date with a robot. I mean, his humor is basically the same as in his movies. He's very dry humor, and I watched, he did a live chat with the space station and people in the space, and that was cool. It was on Instagram, but it was replayed on YouTube. So everything I've seen from Will Smith is on YouTube. But sorry, I'm getting off topic. What do you think about religions? I don't know exactly what. I don't know what personally religions are going to take offensive from artificial intelligence. I think we already have microwaves, so to me, like a microwave and a robot, like, aren't that much different. So if your religion's against microwaves, you're probably Amish, and you're probably already against everything anyway. But then, like, I don't know, I could see, like, the Christian church that I go to most regularly would probably be like, you know, don't forget who you are or something. You're not a robot. Your life matters. I think there's a real chance that robots could, like, replace people and kind of take their jobs in a way that people, like, identify with their jobs so much. On ego. Oh my god, I just touched the bottom of this. And there's like one at Slimy. Oh man, I shouldn't have put meat in here. You got the maggots just crawling, dude. Oh, I touched it. Come on, Skully, inside. Come on, Skully, you're letting the heat out. You're letting the heat out! Get in! Get in here! I just said that because Homeboy's window's open and I want to remind him the heat's going out the window. I never put meat in the compost. Well, I didn't want to put it in my trash, dude. Look. Okay, so this is our trash. If you have anything in there that's like meat or anything, it just stinks so bad. Because look, there's a heater vent. And so this trash just sits on top of the heater vent and just reeks. And it fills the whole house with just nasty smell. So I've got to, like, take out the trash all the time. I might as well just go do that right now. Because it's been like a blame passing game. I don't know. No, that's a waste of time, dude. I'm not taking out the trash. I took out the trash like 3 times in a row. I'm freaking over it. So, yeah, I got donuts today. I'm gonna possibly, like, taunt some stoners, be like, hey, bro, you got the munchies? Like, check out these donuts, bro. And then be like, no. You want a donut? No. Oh my god. I left my door open with my window. Yeah, I've got 2 roommates. One's a ghost and one's like an ultra ghost. And when I say ghost, I mean passive aggressive. You know, we don't really talk a whole lot. There might be some texting. I don't even have the one roommate's phone number or, you know, a good phone number for him. So I've got to leave little passive-aggressive notes. Like, please, I cleaned the kitchen last, thanks. Don't be selfish. So what, I should take out the trash for like the 6th time in a row? It's supposed to be, you go, and then it's just been me, and it seems like it's being left there like as if it didn't look like I did it the last time or something, but dude, I freaking did it, bro. I did it like 3 times in a row, and I took out their recycling at least twice in a row, so I'm over it for a while. If they want to let it pile up and stink and reek, I will put it in, like, I'll put it in the, Oh, about the donuts? Yeah, fuck the roommates. Fuck the roommates. And fuck giving them donuts, though, as well. But, yeah, they've been just too much. It's pretty bad, because I learned to be really passive-aggressive, too, where, like, one roommate will just always barge into the kitchen if I'm in there, so I'm just like, okay, I guess if that's how it works, I'm just going to be barging into the kitchen when you're in the kitchen. Awesome. Yeah, dude, I don't know, I love when I still stream after shit hit the fan. I mean, if I had, like, Wi-Fi, and I was really good at, like, not disclosing my location or something, I mean, I don't see why not. I might have to do, you know how you do like 30-second delay or 60-second delay? I might have to do like 1 day delay or 1 hour delay. That'll probably be a thing. Well, dude, the whole 60-second and 30-second delay on live streams, like, that just blows my mind. Like, I absolutely hate trying to talk to people on 30-second delay or 60-second delay. Just because they're trying to save their ass and not show something on stream. Or if they show something on stream, they have 30-second, 60-second buffering time. Like, you can't talk to people in real time. I've seen Ice try to talk to people with 30-second delay, and it doesn't make any sense. And so he's on... He's on that, yeah, I was thinking about cleaning this up, but, I'm over it. I do more than my share here, so, just fucking over it. But yeah, would I stream after shit then? It'd be really cool, like, if I was in some kind of fortress. I just assume that shit hitting the fan, people are going to be so desperate. You're not going to think anything about zombies. They're going to be so desperate. Yeah, man, if I had 30-second delay on, you'd be so freaking bored. You'd be so bored. Okay, since it's 4:20, you know what that means. You know what that means. Scalpel, doctor. Scalpel. Make the incision. Okay, guys, I'm gonna cut the 420 inside of me. I'm gonna do the 420, dude. I'm gonna do the 420. I'm gonna make the cut right here, and then I'm gonna put the weed in. I'm gonna make the cut right here, and I'm gonna stick the weed in. So it's freaking. It's how I enjoy weed. I make a little cut, and then I just jam the nug in there, so I don't have to burn my throat or, you know, scorch my lungs, or think about how smoking is bad for you. Okay, I'm joking. I'm joking. You have to say you're joking after stuff like that. Where do you see this future of Ice Poseidon? Actually, I think Ice Poseidon could be kind of like, he's going to have to turn into a Scuffed Steve Jobs or something and just kind of be the puppet master behind the scenes. That's what it feels like right now. I don't know why he's, been banned for so long, and I think it's just, there's enough fake reports and stuff shoot, this is going to set off an alarm. There's been enough fake reports that I think YouTube's just like, you know, we've heard enough. Maybe this last stream wasn't, you know, CX is going to live on. Ice Poseidon, I mean, okay, here's the thing. When I first started watching Ice, I was like, oh my god, this guy is not going to be around for very long. This guy is pushing the envelope, pushing buttons to such a freaking level that, that even if he doesn't deserve to be banned, he's gonna get banned. There's enough people. He's like Eminem, dude. Religions are coming after this guy. Ice is like worse than freaking Eminem, dude. And Eminem had whole entire freaking Eminem had whole entire religions after him. The Catholic religion, the Mormon religion was making statements about him, I think. Make our own CX brand. Yeah, I don't know exactly what that would entail, but you know, I've thought about being part of the CX network. But being part of the CX network, I think it's just like, I think people like, you know, when you and I say something like we should create our own brand, I think it should start with a network, I think, or a company and then a network. I think a network is really close to what you want to start. Could he create his own website outside of YouTube? Oh, yeah, he totally could. As far as, like, if he made his own website, then would that mean that he could do anything and there would be zero rules whatsoever? Or would he make that website and then probably try to get his current network, if Soda Poppin' is in his network and Greek God X is in his network, he's not going to get them off of Twitch. I don't know. It's like, if he has his own website and then there's like no rules, and then he wants somebody else to stream with him on that website, they're gonna get him banned somehow because they're gonna be like, oh, there's no rules. And like, even though like Ice would kind of play within his own, whatever his own rules he's made up are over the years, I think a lot of people have like this combination of the rules and what good rules, of like, okay, YouTube policy is so confusing. Like, there's no instructions like how to do stuff, so it's kind of like trial and error. I was thinking the only way I'm going to learn what would not get me banned on YouTube would be to actually go to like the report button and see like all the things that someone can be reported for, and then like reverse kind of figure out the policy from there. But it might just be like I need to go talk to a lawyer. But if he made his own website and then there was no rules, I think it would be really hard to have anybody other than him stream on there. Going to my first rave tonight. Oh man. I have not been to raves, but I would expect a lot of peer pressure, and probably you expect one drug to be there and something that you might want to do, and there might be a whole nother drug that's there. I've never done ecstasy, but it being 420, I imagine tonight weed will be the theme. I don't know if ecstasy is popular around there. Ecstasy worries me because it's like you just really don't know what's in pills. People always talk about Molly and stuff. Ice was hyping up Molly. I haven't done any of that. I've done mushrooms, and I think that might be more powerful than that, or about the same. That was a really long time ago, and I don't really recommend it. Mushrooms are really addicting. The feeling is so good. The feeling is so good that you end up having a little more the next day or something, and you want to do it and feel good, but when you do mushrooms, your tolerance goes up so high that it takes like a month for it to go out of your system, and want to feel like you're going to get that same feeling again. So, personally, if I had access to mushrooms, I'd probably do them. I'd probably experiment with microdoses or something, or like, seeing what that was like. But at this point in time, I'm not really that interested in doing it. I overdid it when I've had mushrooms before. I've taken, usually people say an eighth or 3.5 grams is a dose, and I've taken close to 7 grams at a time, and I've been by myself, and it just kind of turns into having a way more intense experience than someone can really handle by themselves. I always felt like I was more likely to have a bad experience if I was with a bunch of people.